The recent U.S. airstrikes on multiple locations in Syria and Iraq have caused heavy casualties. Those acts constitute a grave violation of the sovereignty, independence, and territorial integrity of Syria and Iraq. The United States has indicated that relevant military operations will continue. China expresses its serious concern over this situation. We oppose any acts that violate the UN Charter and infringe upon the territorial sovereignty and security of other countries. As we speak, the situation in the Middle East is on the verge of extreme peril. Easing tensions and preventing the escalation of conflicts are pressing tasks facing the international community. Confronted with this complex situation, we must be clear on the following questions. Who is creating threats, whether in the Middle East or elsewhere? Who is engaged in the excessive use of force? And who is misleading public opinion? On those issues, we must respect facts, uphold justice, and abide by principles. It is simply not right to let the loudest voice set the tone or let the strongest fist have the final say. In fact, everything that has unfolded recently has already revealed the true answers. Now, with respect to the topic under discussion, the United States claims that its actions were in response to the attacks on the U.S. military and for safeguarding its own security. Iraq and Syria, however, have already voiced strong rejection and condemnation. The U.S. purports that it does not seek to create conflicts in the Middle East or anywhere else, but in reality, it does precisely the opposite. The U.S. military actions are undoubtedly stoking new turmoil in this region and further intensifying tensions. History has repeatedly shown that military means is not a solution, and that the excessive use of force will only lead to bigger crises. The U.S. actions will certainly exacerbate the vicious cycle of tit-for-tat violence in the Middle East. We have witnessed too many examples and precedents in this regard. We urge relevant parties to remain calm, exercise restraint, earnestly abide by the Charter of the United Nations and international law, respect the sovereignty and territorial integrity of other countries, cease illegal military operations, and prevent regional situation from further escalation or even spiraling out of control. It must be pointed out that underneath the rising tensions in the Middle East over the past few months, the fundamental reason is the failure to implement a ceasefire in Gaza. China has repeatedly emphasized that an immediate ceasefire in Gaza is a critical, overriding prerequisite for everything else, and a top priority for international diplomatic efforts. All parties should heed the strong call and overwhelming consensus of the international community and support the Security Council in taking strong actions to promote an immediate ceasefire, save lives, alleviate humanitarian catastrophes, and contain any spillover of the conflict. We call on the country concerned to demonstrate political will and determination, take more practical actions to safeguard regional peace and stability, make less selfish geopolitical calculations, and play a constructive role that is expected of it.